Hello everyone, this is TvZvZ here. Oh shit, I did it again, didn't I? Okay, I guess we'll start again. Hello everybody, it's me, it's Mr. 789 on this glorious day of March 9th, 2017. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here that is definitely deviant from the norm, so I'm gonna go ahead and tackle it one at a time. Firstly, if you're over here from Reddit, firstly, I'd like to thank you so much for checking out my crap. I really do appreciate every single second of your time, and I'm glad to listen to your feedback on what you have to say about my casting, my channel, and my nuances, such as the voice and the accent. Quick FAQ, I don't know where the accent came from. My parents don't have it, nobody has it. I'm guessing Jesus just kind of laughed at me for a couple of seconds while I was in the womb, so that's out of the way. Thank you so much for visiting on. Secondly, this is a free-for-all. As you may have noticed, like, it's super wonky. I haven't seen a free-for-all in approximately forever, which is around 10,000 years since, yeah, 10,000 years or so. And that's mainly because, you know, we've seen it kind of fade out of fast as Legacy of the Void has kind of progressed. And I feel like that's a shame. I feel like some of my most fondest memories of Starcraft involved, like, you know, free-for-alls, but, you know, super fun guesses, all that cool such stuff. So I thought, hey, let's go ahead and give it a shot. It was sent to me by a person whom we shall call SmartPerson119. He said it was really good, and I'm really interested to see it. This is such a very unique map, and I'm very interested to cast it, and I hope you can stick with me through this, because it is going to be a confusing jumble mess to deal with. Or at least, I'll try to decode it so it's not as confusing a jumble mess for you kind folks over there. And thirdly, but not lastly, but sort of lastly as well, you may have noticed this little title screen over here. Well, what's the dealio with this Amelia? Well, the main reason for that is because, well, my interface doesn't work on this, on a free-for-all, so I had to use a standard one, and if you've ever looked at one with the standard, a Starcraft 2 replay with the standard interface, there's a little spoiler timer over here, so I just tried to think of what I could do to be clever. That's my best interpretation of it. What the hell ever. Alright, am I done stalling for time? I think I am. My settings are all set. So, without further ado, folks, ladies and gentlemen, viewbots alike, 99% male demographic, let's get on into the game. Hello everybody, it's me, Mr. 789. I have to do my intro again because I'm obsessive about that kind of stuff. On the glorious day of March 9th, 2017. And we have a glorious free-for-all to help you guys start off your day. Spawning in the top left-hand position of LC, I'm representing our light blue Zerg player. It is TrojanNobody, representing for HRMBE. I will not say that name phonetically because I don't want to be framed for using dead memes. And then the top right hand corner, already with some sneaky shenanigans going on, representing our red or dark blue Zerg player, it is inkyblinky. I'm so used to there just being red and blue and just that's it. So that's why I said this stuff. But spawning as the final opponent in the bottom left hand corner, or the bottom portion of LCM, representing our red Terran player, it is nobody. Okay, it's been such a long time since I've done a free-for-all. So excited. Let's see what our players are up to. Yeah, obviously that scared. Don't know how the hell that's gonna go ahead and turn up. Meanwhile, excuse me. Looks like our Zerg player isn't going for a hatch first. Let's throw down the pool, respecting that this kind of aggression can happen. Meanwhile, our Terran player, nobody. Got a skill. You know what? I decided to do this cast with a sword throw, but you know what? We're gonna go ahead and trooper on forth because Starcraft rates for no man or woman siblings are on the way. Meanwhile, the red Terran player does have his barracks on the way. However, this is kind of one of the problems with free-for-all maps. Yeah, it is. Okay. As the white guy would say, I think we have some special tactics, folks. It is a drone rush, a full-on worker rush from our blue Zerg player. As you can see, he had a spine crawler started somewhere. He tried to make it in the base of our inkyblinky, but it did get cancelled. So inkyblinky, no, okay. Alright, I'm trying to get this. Okay, he tried to make it in the base of TrojanNobody, inkyblinky, nobody. Okay. God damn, it's confusing. Anyways, the worker rush has arrived for TrojanNobody or inkyblinky. TrojanNobody has to have a very solid defense here. Looks like he's gonna try to go ahead and engage this. What is the worker count? I wish I could tell. It is 13 drones to 13, 4 links to 2, 11 now coming down. Who's gonna win? This is very close. Obviously, I'm not too well versed on the subject of drone fisticuffs, but it seems as though barely get what. And it looks like, yes, nobody does hold the worker rush for our friend inkyblinky. inkyblinky, though, is still in this game. Technically, I guess, yeah, technically. I mean, he is broke as a joke and just lost all of his workers, so may not be the easiest for him to get back into this game, especially, oh, look at that, it was a Reaper expand from our friend Nobody. So you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is now devolved into a 1v1. Damn, I rode the false hype train for a whole lot of no reason, but hey, you know, it was good while it started. Actually, inkyblinky has some residual links left on over. There is, however, 4 links and a queen here for our friend Trojan. We'll not call him TrojanNobody because that would make me say, that'll sound like I'm just saying, you know, this guy's named Nobody, you know what it means. It's gonna be very difficult to keep track of, so none of that shenanigans for now. 2 drones on the way for our friend inkyblinky, transitioning out of his worker rush. A sentence I never thought I'd ever say in my whole Starcraft 2 career. And it seems as though Nobody, just kind of watching these 2 Zerg players pit at each other's throats, just kind of, yeah, I guess I'll get my orbital command, get a factory, some Reapers, some Marines, some medevacs. You guys done fighting? And it turns as though, ooh, actually, TrojanNobody and inkyblinky aren't quite done fighting. It looks like they want to move forward and take an assault on the space of the Terran player. Nobody, though, probably can defend this fairly well. Marines do go down, unfortunately, but these links without speed won't be able to do too much in the Terran base. However, his multitask is going to be tested out to an excessive amount by these 4 Zerglings. Oh, folks, it's, you know what? It feels as though, oh, wait, never mind. Screw my sentiment. Holy hell, the Reaper did get picked up. Thankfully, a Hellion and 2 Marines popped out at the same time just to deflect these Zerglings. So it looks like our friend Nobody has held for now. Floating a lot of minerals nonetheless. Gonna have to spend his money just a little bit better, but you know what? Probably not the biggest of deals. At least he has money to spend. However, three drones isn't bad. However, 1 Hellion and 2 Marines isn't that big of an army, but against 3 drones, well, I don't think they'll have the most difficult of times. Folks, looks like TrojanNobody finally is getting an expansion down. Speed is finishing. I'd have to put him in the best position this game thus far. However, Nobody is expanding behind this. He's trying to put on some pressure with some Marines and Hellions, and actually, maybe I was too quick to cut out inkyblinky countermatch from this match. I mean, look at that, he's being kind of left alone. He's droning up excessively slowly, but you know what? He's droning up. He has a chance in this game yet. We'll go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt. It is a free-for-all, so that means you can't just go ahead and choose to attack one person because the other person may just come and attack you back. In the free-for-all, nobody trusts nobody. No, I can't say nobody. No one can trust anyone. How about that? No one can trust anyone in the free-for-all. But I guess Nobody does really want to put on some pressure to some players, and I guess TrojanNobody just got that short end of the stick. Looks like he doesn't have quite enough army units to go ahead and respond to this. So this is basically probably going to be a cancel. This Marine DPS is pretty okay as well as these aliens. Meanwhile, our friend inkyblinky has just surpassed the 8 worker count. I'll see you in 10 minutes, buddy. Meanwhile, our friend Nobody has a 3rd CC that's about to go ahead and get finished on up. If you look at the units, shift units, that didn't do anything. Okay, I missed my old interface. It doesn't work on free-for-all, Razza. Anyways, let's get back into it. Looks like the command center has finished for our friend Nobody. 2 racks, 2 factories, and 1 starport. You thought the 2-1-1 build was free, or just try the 2-2-1. Oh yeah, I can just see it now. Beyond, watch the hell out. I think you may just be getting used up for our friend Nobody. Not for his micro abilities nonetheless, but in his build order compositions. He has Siege Tank is being produced as well as 2 Marines and a Marauder actually. It looks like though TrojanNobody just completely streamlined, trying to focus down our friend Nobody. Lings are getting a good surround, but they are a bit bruised from later surges of this match. Oh man, this is a crazy game thus far. This Marauder actually may just have to stand and fight lest it not trade out evenly. And it looks as though Dirk is just gonna bite his ass until he blows up from submission. There we go. It must suck being a Marauder, folks. Nobody probably has a very strong defense at this moment. Look at that! inkyblinky! He has a queen, 14 drones, and he's moving over to make, I don't know what. Oh, there is an expansion over here. This is such a crazy map. You have to pardon me if I, don't know the intricacies of it. I'm gonna go ahead and take his expansion, actually. So I think inkyblinky may be the first person in StarCraft 2 history to successfully transition out of a worker rush. I mean, Jesus, have you ever seen anyone else do it like that? Or even do it at all? I don't think so. Okay, let's describe this map geography as we have a moment to breathe. Looks as though each base kind of leads down. Each player does have a natural base to take and a 3rd base, but after that, it seems as though that is it or Reno. These mineral patches are like Seal the Void mineral patches. So, you know what, this game is this map is probably not designed for super long games, unfortunately, as 2 bases is really, or 3 bases is really all you can get onto, so everyone's going to be looking to do damage early or kill the person in the mid game. There is no middle ground, and it looks like nobody trying to go out and do a push. These Hellbats have now finished their transformation, but it looks like there's just too many Zerglings at this moment. Actually, nobody's gonna get cleaned the hell up. This siege tank can't really cat away from the Zerglings. It's gonna have to accept the fact that it is as dead as Ooh, almost cocked myself there. That it is almost as dead as League of Legends. Hey, you can't say I didn't try, right? 4 fresh and ended mules realize their purpose in life is just to get killed the hell out of themselves by these Zerglings. Oh god, this is so annoying, probably to have to listen to me with all my syphilis throat. Not really syphilis throat per se, that's just a metaphor, don't go ahead and blame me. But yeah, I'm doing my best, folks. Looks like, ooh, Blue Flame actually on the Hellions, and Cloaky about to finish up as well. Star Terrafair is rocking these upgrades. I'd hate to be this Zergfair. I mean, Blue Flame and Marines can definitely do a decent amount of damage, especially since TrojanNobody is kind of in a little bit of fun. Like, does he run across the map? He seems a bit indecisive. Should I kill the Terran? Should I not die to the Terran? I mean, honestly, if I were you, I would not die to the Terran firstly. Also, losing a bunch of Zerglings for absolutely freezy wheezies. Not the best thing in the universe, and it has been approximately 10 minutes, and look at that! Kill me! I'm okay. It looks like inkyblinky actually doing not bad for himself. Look at him. He has 2 bases kind of saturated. That is a lot better than our friend TrojanNobody can say. Really, any other player can't say so. Good on him. However, this Cloak Banshee wreaking havoc from above. Zerglings kind of trickle on in, but this Blue Flame doing a lot of work. It looks like 8 more Zerglings in production. Like that is going to stop this Terran push. Spoiler alert, it is Nazis. Oh shit. Here's the thing, folks. When I add C's to the end of a word, oh, that's pretty cute. He target fired on the eggs. That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. Learn something new, folks. When I said Nazis, I meant like, you know, how people say cool Z's and awesome Z's. I thought the same thing could apply to the word not. I'm not. I have to learn my suffixes a little bit better, folks. I apologize. Looks like Bailey's out trying to morph in for our friend TrojanNobody, but looks like nobody is just relentless for this push. Good connections to one going down, but when you're forced to pull your drones versus Blue Flame Hellions, well, we all know how that turns out, folks. The short answer is not well. The long answer is holy hell, it's really not well. Look at that, having to attack to a choke as well, just getting barbecued alive. And I think that is the end of our friend TrojanNobody. However, while we wait for him to slowly die into the abyss, and drones, yeah, he's probably dead. We're gonna go ahead and say he is officially dead. However, I did say that, but yeah, GG is called, and he has left the game. Alright, so now it's just inkyblinky and nobody back in this game. And inkyblinky, man, who would have thought a worker rush can put you in such a good economic position? Seriously, if you're bronze, please don't say what I'm taking to heart. It's a complete joke. Don't do it. But who would have thought, right? Transitioning out of a worker rush. Huge props to our fan inkyblinky. Look at him. He has queens, he has zerglings, he has banelings. However, nobody has got a whole lot of Blue Flame Hellions, but there are a lot of tanky ass units here. Can't go off creep, it's a little bit of an overextension, but does get the connections regardless. Still has a lot of queens with high energy, enough to force away these Hellions, make them reconsider their life decisions. This Hellion's just kind of hiding behind his brethren, and he does get chased back for an ass, so we may have a long, but we may have a macro. How do I say this? We may have a game on our hands yet, folks. Looks like 3 bases are up and established for an inkyblinky. And what is his plan? Right now, 11 drones are on the menu, so just trying to macro up as well as you can. If I look at the units tab, 34 drones to 26 SCVs. Definitely a nice sight to see if you are our friend inkyblinky. However, if nobody's thinking of a way to try to even up the worker count, may I suggest Blue Flame Hellion run, Baz. It doesn't seem like a horrible decision to me. This Hellion and Hellbat were having a little bit of fun before I pointed them out. Got a little bit nervous and kind of moved away since they didn't want me to exploit their romantic lesions. Very understandable. Hellions and Hellbats, who am I to say where the wind blows, where the water goes? Nobody still on this 2-1-1-1 kind of style of production, having troubles with his mineral bank, which could be solved with a very simple worker transfer over here. Slamming that worker or a mule button is definitely not a bad idea as well. And it looks like nobody is gonna go ahead and feature himself up for a push. Will this be able to kill inkyblinky? I just don't know. There are a lot of queens that have a lot of energy ready to lay on the hurt. There's a tank. Do these marines have stim? No, they do not have stim. In fact, it is nowhere near even being completed. Halfway done is stim. However, 20 innings and 1 baning is on the way. Our friend inkyblinky is spending his money in an alright-ish manner. Definitely needs some sort of way to spend his gas tank. Either don't mine it, which I guess is an effective way to spend your gas tank, technically, or just make a bunch of mutants or banings, whatever you're about. inkyblinky does thinks he has enough to break this. I believe I have to concur. I mean, high energy queens, one meta, higher, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a Cleopatra party up in this Zerg base. I don't think that what the Terran has can deal with that. I mean, what? Handful of Marines, couple of Hellbats, 2 Widow Mines, and a tank. I mean, maybe if our Zerg player were at Protoss, he'd be dead as a doorknob, no question. But since he's a Zerg player, I think it just very easily overwhelmed us, especially since the tank is unsieging. Didn't he see that? No, the creep really doesn't extend that far since it did get destructed, but no, he does see it seating up now, and I think that it's his moment to strike. Needs a good transfuses. 1 higher queen goes down, 2 go down. Needs to be hitting those transfuses. A little bit unfortunate that our friend inkyblinky can't do so, but it seems as though they're just too much anyways, and forced to retreat is our friend Nobody for the time being. And look at that, drowning back into the swarm of death are these Hellbats, and it looks like so our friend inkyblinky has held on to the Terran push for now. Oh my goodness, folks. Meanwhile, in Terran land, a siege tank. And some marines. Yeah, obviously not the solidest of defenses. Night Sniper now is on the way. I think inkyblinky can definitely move across the map. What units does he have? 11 lings and 6 banings. Okay, maybe I'd have to change my decision on that, but hey, at least he's in a good position this match. Looks like 1 queen getting taken out by the Widow Mines. They have managed to recharge. inkyblinky needs to get rid of these Widow Mines. Put the queens on the things. Attack auto. Kill! Destructinate the Widow Mines, please, for the love of goodness. Oh, lots of damage being done to that Overseer. 125 to be precise. But nothing to be concerned about. Night Network nonetheless has finished on up, and this is what I'm talking. This is what I was trying to talk about. I was too caught up with my own vocal shortcomings to identify. I was trying to think that if only these queens could be on the other side of the base, he could probably kill our friend Nobody. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening. The Nidus head is crowning. A little bit of a gross visual, but it does pop nonetheless. Getting focused on down. Needs to be unloading from this Nidus network. Oh no, inkyblinky. Alright, well, Sphincter of Death number 1 has been destroyed. Is he going to lay down another one? I'd be surprised if he didn't. There we go. Morgan get on into an Overseer. Needs a little bit of a better reflexes next time he tries to attempt something like that. Meanwhile, our friend Nobody is taking advantage of these unmined bases from our Zerg player, TrojanNobody, who has unfortunately left the game since he got the crap killed out of him. But yeah, I'm thinking that's the name of this game. If, I don't know, if inkyblinky lets these bases go up, then he's just going to be slacked down by the Terran over and over again. However, Nidus Love Canal is breaching the depths of the Zerg swarm, or rather the Terran dirt. I don't know, you get what I'm talking about, folks. It's a Nidus swarm. Can you unload it fast enough? Yes. Queens are now being unloaded, trying to transfuse each other, transfuse the Nidus network. Almost out of instinct, it seems, and it looks as though he's trying to push his way on through. He's kind of stuck in a bad concave, needs to push his army forward. A lot of his units not attacking. However, Nobody is beginning to thin out a huge, humongous earth amount, and it seems as though barely inkyblinky is going to be able to push on through into the main Terran base. These starters are almost going to be forced to land off, pick up, and land somewhere else. However, 4 siege tanks are going to make short work of this Zerg push, and I think that's the end of our Zerg aggression. With these tanks having got, I don't think there's much you can do to keep on pushing on forward. I would just retreat while you can right now. Unless the tanks unsiege and manage to kill them while they're unsiege, but it doesn't seem to be the case. They're just moving ever so close. So inkyblinky, 1 lonely banding, kind of rolling in. Does get some damage on these marines, but not enough to kill these on them. And it looks like our friend Nobody has held. Lair is finished for our friend inkyblinky, which is super damn obvious because there is a Nidus network. I mean, really, and in possession of it has begun as well. So inkyblinky definitely knowing how to transition. However, if you look at the active forces, well, units that may be a little bit more important. It is 7 roaches, folks. 7 roaches. 7 roaches and 5 queens. Assuming he has 1 queen on each hatchery, I'm assuming he has 2 queens to fight. So 2 queens and 7 roaches versus 4 siege tanks and 9 marines. Well, 4 queens, we'll call it. 4 queens. I think this can be a strong follow-up attack from our friend Nobody. I mean, sure, it's a small Terran army, but hey, it's a whole lot better than the Zerg. I mean, right now the Zerg has a very low quality army. 11 roaches now beginning to spawn though, but those are not Ravagers, so they're going to take extra damage from these siege tank shots. However, Nobody, doing some cutesy elevator shenanigans, getting into the main base of the Zerg player. Meanwhile, Midas Canal is going to go ahead and spawn in the main base. We may have ourselves a good old-fashioned base trade type of scenario over on our hands, folks. Somebody give me a lozenge for the love of God. Inky nonetheless is spreading creep in the main base of our friend Nobody. His main base is almost certainly forfeit. However, the same can be said for our friend Inkyblinky. Roach is getting decimated as they pop out on this layer. Main base location is most assuredly going to go down. Not a lot of Marines. They do have stim, so they can start to take down these buildings, but needs to be pushing. Needs that DPS. Needs to kill the Zerg faster than the Zerg is killing him. And right now, I just don't think that's the case. Inkyblinky very relentlessly going and ravaging the natural base of our friend Nobody. I think Inkyblinky's best bet at this point, put an Ice Storm in his main base, so as soon as he's done ravaging the hell out of this base. By the way, this base has been a godsend for my friend Nobody. Can't believe I hadn't noticed it up until this point. Sheesh, what a bad caster. Looks like our friend Inkyblinky is super up in the army supply. 26 roaches to 4 siege tanks and 8 marines. I don't think there's much Nobody can do to stop the Zergons. That maybe he can force some sort of draw. Maybe he can force some sort of a draw. Maybe he can get a Coke Banshee out. I don't know, but whatever the situation is, Nobody is in a world of hurt. Broodlings are can they get the kill on the Marines? Hopefully not. One of them does end up going down. Siege tanks now season gone up. The main base has been taken out. This natural base is not faring too much better. Nonetheless, this third base location is still up for our friend Inkyblinky. And meanwhile, Nobody has nothing back home. He has nothing and nobody except for 6 Marines and 4 siege tanks and 4 medevac pilots, because people pilot the medevacs. Medevacs have such sass to there. If you've ever clicked on the medevac and heard one of their voice lines, it's always like, what? Or no, their secret voice lines. It's always something like, what? It's not like you're losing both of your arms. Calm down, you baby. And it's just like, whoa, medevac pilot got some sass. Probably some class as well, but hey, what am I to say? And it looks like another Nidus Worm. Did I miss it? Yeah, it looks like he did cancel that Nidus Worm or something. Something was building there. Who knows, folks? And meanwhile, these queens are finishing ravaging this main base. They're very angry at this supply depot. How dare you give this Terrans free supply to work with? But instead move their efforts to the refinery, saying you are the cause for all of our siege things. So, queens definitely gonna kill everything. This one to decide in which order to do so. Seems to be refinery, supply depot, armory. That is my guess, folks. This base hole is still unscouted for our friend Inkyblinky, and it's a planetary now, so you know it is definitely not to be dicked around with. Meanwhile, these 4 siege tanks in the main base doing a lot for our friend Nobody. This natural base is certainly going to go down. Still a mining base for our friend Inkyblinky, but he's just not producing that much. Sure, spawning full of hatchery, pneumatized carapace. These are all okay-ish things, but he just needs his army, you know? Where are all those roaches? Where did they suddenly go? 26? They're just idling over here doing nothing. And then it looks as though the siege tanks do realize that before they get murdered by the roaches, they want to fit 2 of themselves, yes, 2 of them, into a medevac. How a medevac can only hold 8 marines, but can hold 2 siege tanks. 2 siege tanks is beyond me. However, our duty is not to question Starcraft 2. Our duty, folks, is to play. Looks like these tanks choosing a pretty damn inopportune time to siege on up. I think that was Inkyblinky's time to do it. He had roach speed, if I'm not mistaken. Roach speed hasn't even finished on up. I feel as though he needed to engage there, just spit a little bit well, and it wouldn't have been too much of an issue. I mean, 4 siege tanks is a whole lot of nothing burger. He has a lot, our friend Nobody has a lot of units queued on up. However, he is supply blocked like no other. Well, he was supply blocked like no other. Now he's just regularly supply blocked. Oh, well, looks like a lot of... Oh my god, special tactics. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Morphing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, blah, blah, blah. 9 overlords. Oh man, I really should have waited till tomorrow, but you know what? Starcraft sometimes cannot wait, folks. 8 overlords or 7 overlords full of roaches gonna drop right on top of this medevac. What a fitting way to decide this free for all. This really insane ass game. Looks like the siege tanks are trying to go in and siege on up before it's too late, and yes, it looks like it do get picked up before it is too late. However, they do decide to drop on down anyways, taking out some marines, taking out some siege tanks at least. Spore Crawler doing the best that it can, killing a little bit of stuff, and then probably not going to do anything for the rest of eternity. Medevacs trying to make their way over across the map, try to retreat back to this planetary fortress location. It is currently 67 supply, as you can see in the top right hand corner for our turn. But 67, 72 now to 73, so pretty damn even in that regards. 2 more siege tanks trying to go ahead and siege on up against these roaches. Probably gonna do some okay stuff. Yeah, that is a lot of damage, folks. However, inkyblinky has just right-clicked his army on this map. This is actually pretty funny. Look at that. Chase of the century, folks. This is called compelling gameplay. And it looks as though our friend inkyblinky is seeking to do at least some sort of harassment on the low ground up to these mirror patches. I think that's pretty clever, but the C6 should be able to zone these roaches out there. Are taking huge amounts of damage before anything else occurs. Overseer is deciding that life is for chumps and decides to spill the guts all over this marine players. At least take a bath. I mean, Jesus Christ. Marines are pretty dirty sometimes, folks. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 8 roaches in these dropper lords. I thought those were going to be some special ass tactics. I am a little bit not disappointed actually, because he at least tried it, but nobody with a great decision making decided to pick them on up. And now we are in this weird state of the game where Zerg kind of isn't mining anywhere except for this one base, kind of ish. And I think we should be seeing a GG actually already. Woo! Woo! Look at that caster calling skills, or maybe I just cheated by looking at the clock tower here, but inkyblinky was defeated, and nobody is a winner of this free-for-all. Definitely a very entertaining, I'll call it entertaining, sure, an entertaining ass free-for-all to go ahead and observe. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk that inkyblinky could have made it that far after failing a worker rush? Certainly not me, and I'm sure certainly not a lot of you, so we have to give him some sort of credit in that regard. Nobody, however, just with the solider mechanics, more solid, hyper-rigid. With the hyper-rigid mechanics, if I had a nickel for every time I heard hyper-rigid, folks. Anyway, did manage to sneak this base, which I think eventually is what gave him the win. I mean, he just mined so many resources from this base, and I think inkyblinky figured it out when it was just a bit too late. Needed to scout that out a little bit sooner, maybe send a small roach hit squad, maybe do some dropper lord shenanigans. I don't know, folks, but shoulda, coulda, woulda is the story of Starcraft. And everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you did indeed enjoy this video, it helps me out more than you may think. You can go ahead and leave a comment down below if you are so inclined, and I will be certain to get back to you on that. You can go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more daily-ish StarCraft 2 content. And before I go and rub Vaseline in my throat, remember, folks, okay, folks, the internet could always use more heroes.